Test podcast 1 go.
Finally, Vatican start their first podcast.
Michael likes wrestling because he's gay. We don't like wrestling in this house.
No one likes wrestling here.
Does anybody else hate the sound of their own voice?
You're supposed to.
Yeah.
You're supposed to.
So I don't know why people would listen to me, but apparently, like, my voice isn't awful. Apparently, is that a thing?
My voice.
You love my
I remember reading. Well, no, I was told when I worked with a Geordie, and then I went and read it online, and it was true that like the Geordie accent is like officially the most trusted, like, Great
Trusted and comforted was the words I heard whenever
it is the most people. But it's why you'll notice
call centres.
The most call centres in Britain are in Geordie land.
Yeah, apparently, like maybe Liverpool as well. Is that a thing? Is it?
I don't know. I've never heard that.
No.
The Pudlians
I'm a wee
are
bit
dirty
biased.
bastards.
Chicken.
Oh, I love the accent. Oh,
like if I like it makes girls sound dirty. I think,
exactly,
like
and that is exactly it.
Stevie Gerrard.
Who's Steven Gerrard?
Oh,
He's a footballer.
He's a footballer.
Because of you, Robbie, whenever I hear or read his name, I say it in your voice in that exact accent.
In his voice, that's exactly how he speaks.
Oh yeah.
Hello, I'm Stevie Gerrard.
I think I'll try to say him like that. But
We should get him on the podcast.
We should.
Interview him.
It is actually just Robbie talking.
Get him to say his own name and then leave. It'll be like on South Park when they get like celebrities in to do like animal noises.
Is that a thing?
Before like South Park were like super famous, they got George Clooney on, and George Clooney is like one of the biggest actors in the world, and they just got him on to like be a dog. Like he's a Big Gay Al's pet dog. Okay. So like they paid George Clooney to come on and bark like a dog and make dog noises, and like he doesn't say a single line.
That's pretty funny because you wouldn't know it was him until like.
But it comes up like special guest George Clooney, and then it finishes and you're like, where was George Clooney? And then in the credits it comes up George Clooney as Big Gay Dog.
I hope that was like a dedicated screen as well. So you're like, oh, wait, what?
It did get its own screen, yeah. It was like its own little.
That's pretty funny.
He also played the Doctor though in the movie.
Oh right, yeah.
Kenny was just shouting loads, and they were cutting him open and cutting him bits of him off. And
But I think that's happened quite a few times on South Park. Is they've got like someone big in to just like play. Like they got there's a character in South Park called Mecha Streisand, which is just like a big robot version of Barbara Streisand, the famous country singer. And so they got her in to just go like and make like big robot noises. So yeah, it's fucking.
That's pretty funny.
Stupid, man. South Park, man, it's the best thing. The South Park game was the shit.
Like I've told like a few people in my course about whenever I was like the brief for the 15 minutes I watched you play that game, how ridiculous it was. Like the Nazi Germany Hitler shouting that there was no German things on the screen.
It was the achievement I got that was called "Nope, this is too far" or something like that for farting on the exposed brains of a dead baby, and it was just like nope, a dead Nazi baby.
It was a fetus. It wasn't even a baby.
Yeah, it's true.
It was one of the Kardashians. Like that's the boss. One of the Kardashians' fetuses
was the boss.
How long was it? Was it quite a long game overall?
Like all the things we're saying, like you can complete it. You can complete this game in about 15 hours.
Yeah, I heard
and that's
about
good.
20.
You don't get many short RPGs, but like I play games to do everything. So I think even then though my file was maybe only about 20 odd, 25 at the most.
Do you 100% it?
No. One of the things was get all of the clothes. There's just clothes all over the world, and I was just fuck that. There's actually a really cool thing in that game where one of the side missions, I wasn't really want to do all the side missions, but one of them was like make friends on Facebook with like everybody in the town that it's possible to make friends with. And for some reason I was like, I want to do that. That's the side mission I want to do. It was cool, like you have a chat with someone, you sometimes maybe have to do a side quest, and it pops up going like one new friend on Facebook. And you can check your in-game Facebook and like see your friends list.
Is that like something deep down in you coming
maybe,
out?
Maybe, but like
I just want friends! I just want friends, Mum!
But see, in the end of the game, like, spoiler alert, do any of you care about spoilers for South Park?
Nah.
Nah, go for it.
I mean, if I play it, it won't be because of falling
In the end of the game, it turns out that like your kid's superpower is the ability to really easily make friends on social media, and I was just like, it was perfect. Like I didn't have to do that, but I wanted to, and then it turned out that like that
So
was
do you
the
reckon
whole
that
point.
changes?
Like if I had not done all the friends, but I had got all the costumes,
Yeah.
but no, I mean, what? No, maybe. I doubt it. I really,
Your
really
superpower
doubt
is
it.
the ability to find
To
clothes.
find clothes, that would be really shit.
The Facebook one's not much better, but it's
If you got all the achievements though, like the Facebook one though, they were saying like it would be powerful. Like they could get him in to run like the government's Facebook, and then he could just like run the government basically. But like the
Okay.
clothes one, I can't really see how they turn that into a storyline that the government would want him. Like I just don't understand.
Maybe they could drop him like in a mill surplus store, and he'd find like the best armor. It hadn't like they just overlooked it. And he was like, "This is better
What's
than
mill
Kevlar."
surplus?
It's like all the old military gear. They sell
Oh, military. Okay, I
Military
thought that was
gear.
like the name of like some cool trendy clothes store I hadn't heard of, and I was like, shit, I'm old now. Mill.
I don't know how I didn't know about the military clothes. I think we should have known that.
About the mill.
I feel like I'm getting the piss out now.
A wee bit.
Is that a thing? Military clothes stores?
Yeah,
Well, it
that's
must
it.
be.
It's big in America.
Yeah, you get them here. but-
Murder.
In fact, that's true. There's one in Glasgow, just up from Glasgow Queen Street.
So what can you buy? Just like combat gear?
I like overalls.
What he's asking
Oh.
is, what? Let's cut to the chase here. Matt's asking, can I buy guns? That's what's happening here.
No.
Can he buy
Ivy
guns?
stuff.
Used guns?
No,
Yeah.
oddly enough, no. Maybe in Northern Ireland though. I don't know. They must get them somewhere.
You can get a gun though now without any problems.
Go see Dave on the street corner.
Everyone just knows
You
Dave.
go to the man in the shankle with all the guns.
The man where?
In the shankle?
The shankle. What the fuck's the
It's an
shankle?
area in Belfast.
Is it not too nice?
No, the shankle's not a fun place to be.
Is there any area of Belfast that's a fun place to
Well,
be?
the Shangle Road, at the end of the Shangle Road and another road, there's just a wall. It's called the Peace Wall, and it was just like, imagine the Berlin Wall, but instead of in Berlin, it's at the end of the Shangle. And I mean, there's no other way to put it. It was just to separate.
Religious slur.
If this ever goes on YouTube, sorry.
Yeah, we'll probably have to have like a disclaimer. Some of the views held in this podcast are not the views of the people participating in it. These are mere caricatures of ourselves.
That's a good way to put it. Caricatures of ourselves.
Which it isn't. But it's good. I think legally we won't be liable. Like if one of us accidentally drops the N-bomb,
Yeah.
we can just be like, nope, that was just our character.
Yeah.
So
I really hope we don't though.
Yeah, please.
That's the
Yeah.
big one.
So is the N bomb is banned?
Yeah.
What about
If we're
sand?
putting this on...
But that use
For
it,
what?
yes, yeah.
But it's sand hyphen.
Yes.
No,
So-
no, that's worse. Things that are banned will be the N-bomb. I'm not sure about the YouTube, like, usability thing, but I reckon the
Oh, then you
N-bomb,
put warnings
like,
for
it'll be
language.
any, like, slur. Like, we'll be able to say fuck and shit, but, like, anything that's racist or sexist or
Yeah.
homophobic
But-
probably won't be...
Yeah, that's true.
I think you can say maybe like the N bomb if you're quoting someone, like a quotation, like
Yeah.
or like the white man said to the black man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I
You're-
was down at
Yeah.
the shops today and there was just some boy running around shouting it.
Shouting the word, yes.
Yeah. But, like, if... Like, I mean, yeah. I think we'll be able to say it if it's quotes or something, but, like...
I think sexism is alright. Like, but
Sexism.
But it's, how
It
far-
needs to be casual. It needs to be like
No,
not,
surely it needs to be the opposite. Of
no,
casual.
but like not serious is what I mean.
Right, okay.
Like
The old women driving thing, that should be
yeah.
alright.
But a common phrase in gaming is, "Oh, I raped him."
That'll be fine.
That's
Well,
not-
if that isn't sexist, women
no.
wouldn't like that.
But, like, no, that'll
men
be
get
fine.
raped
Men
as
get
well.
raped too, but it's mainly women. Let's be honest.
Aye, but like that isn't. But the more men get murdered, but you still go, "I murdered him," and that
I know,
isn't.
but it's a little bit it's a
sexist.
little bit different. I think.
There's a difference, though. There's like a difference between like sexism and like sexual acts. Like if you are on the podcast and you're talking about I played Call of Duty and some boy got raped, like I raped some boy, that's fine. But like if you go, I beat that person because they were only a woman. Like,
And then I found them and
actually, yeah, like that's like, yeah.
I mean, it is going out to the gaming community. It isn't going out like to anybody serious. So I think they'll realise. But I think there is
there's no one more laid back and less prone to crying about stuff than the gaming community.
You know what I mean, though.
We should be safe.
But like, whereas using the N-word, I genuinely like that's genuinely quite a big jump from any other word in the English language.
Again, if this goes on YouTube, this one, right? We are making it sound an awful lot like we're going to struggle to not say the. Oh God, I'm not going to be able to say that. Damn it! Don't know how I'll live. Just truer than it should be.
Yeah.
The question will be like your religious slurs. Like, can we say Fenian?
Yeah. Oh.
You know.
I said Tig and Hun earlier, so
Yeah.
that's not good.
I'm gonna wager like
conversation.
I'm gonna wager we probably like. I mean, like, are they? I mean,
We need to have a Catholic in the group, and then we can say Fenian.
Anyone Catholic here? No.
no.
Is
No,
anyone
she's
Christian?
technically
Yeah.
Wait,
No.
what?
My missy.
She's a
Oh, is
Catholic.
She was brought up that way.
Really?
She's not like a
She doesn't believe it,
practicing.
that's the
Yeah.
That's
So,
not shit, so we can technically.
Has the Pope touched her?
Probably not.
That's how it
But
works.
spiritually, right?
Oh no, he means like
Oh, no, I meant
has he
as in-
touched
Oh,
her
sorry,
soul? Or did you mean has he touched her vagina?
Yeah, no, but I suppose it's we altar boys he's after, so.
No, not the new pope. Man, the new pope's a badass.
No, they all do.
It's
Like,
surveilled and everything.
it's all part of the thing.
No, it's the whole kind of the new Catholicism,
Yeah.
the new Pope.
Yeah, the new
They've,
pope.
they've done a rebrand.
The new pope is like
Jesus.
no, that's no. Wait, what?
Jesus is a nice
no,
guy.
So, I was in Vatican, Robbie, in the summer.
It's still fucking rich.
Yeah, and
Still
we got the
golden.
tour of the Pope's home. What's it called? Well, what's the name?
It's chambers.
Whatever it's called. And we got a little pack with our tour, and inside the little pack was some information about the Vatican, all this, that, and the other, and just a picture of his face. And that was new. That was a new thing he introduced. Was just you get a picture of him as you enter.
That's nice.
And I mean, I think that's pretty vain. Like,
I mean, like, the whole thing, like, he's got in his mind, in his world, he's got a right to be vain, though. Like, God did choose him to lead however many million Catholics there are. I mean, like, I'd be pretty vain if I believed that God had chosen me to lead the people.
he should get a better outfit. That white thing doesn't really work. I don't think. Like, he should get
Get into the new, some skinny jeans,
skinny
a nice
jeans
V-neck.
and a fedora.
Yeah.
So you can just
Appeal
cover all
to the younger
bases.
generation.
I think that's what you should do.
Become a hipster pope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was preaching before you were.
I was preaching before it was cool. We can have get a Mac.
Yeah. Was that not a big thing that like one of the other pope had like a couple of possessions and he's not meant to, and one of them was an iPod?
That last pope legitimately looked like the bad guy from like
Star
Star
Wars,
Wars or
aye.
Lord of the Rings or something. Like he was a bad looking man.
But he would like. Well, I don't want to say openly, but he did touch boys, right? That was his
He
thing.
there's not been a thing that he
no,
touched.
it's never
boys.
been like proven. I mean,
Touched
shit, he
balls,
still lives
touched
in the
boys.
he still lives in the Vatican.
Aye.
He's just
But
got
like,
like a wee spear.
they
Like,
cover up, they kind of protect, and I think they even like allow priests from other countries come to the Vatican since it's its own country and got its own like laws and stuff, and kind of go into hiding there almost. Like that's the problem that people have.
is that?
Two secrets.
I'm assuming this is all just like opinion and like
No, there's,
guesswork.
No, there's proof.
Well, this is a
There was
thing.
there was a Scottish guy actually that it, like came out that he was doing bad things, but like that's the problem though. The Vatican is a really powerful organisation with a lot of money.
But so is the mafia.
I think I wouldn't be surprised. No, in fact, definitely the Catholic Church has more money.
Okay, but I think we should have a fight.
And also, all
Between
of the mafia
the
are
Pope.
Catholics.
Are they?
Aye.
Well, how?
In like we say that we are, because they're all Italian.
I
They
think
live a bit
last
of
I was thinking
gangsters were like.
the Albanian mafia.
Oh, okay, I don't know about them.
The Albanian mafia.
Yeah.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it probably is, but
it's
like,
just so happens to be organised crime in Albania. I mean, that's all the mafia is,
Yeah.
organised crime.
The Romanian ones came over here though and started doing shit. Like if they seen you by yourself at night at an ATM or in the bank, one of them would chalk the bottom of your thing to see you've lifted money out.
Mark, yeah.
And then somebody would come beat you up, mug you, take all your money. That's
Is this in London by any chance?
It was just all over the UK. They'd come over and just systematically done it and left.
They chalked you, really? That's the thing, like...
Like you just stand there, your
That's
coat
used
bag,
loads.
just kind of clip you. Because they've seen you lift out money.
You know
then
how-
they go and kid on at the ATM, somebody comes, mugs you, they run over, beat you up, take your money.
oh wow.
You know how, like...
Yeah, if this
in the
podcast
circus-
doesn't work out, that's a decent money maker right there.
Well,
you know how in like the circus and stuff, the term and wrestling, the term mark is used.
is it
That's
like
because
the
it
mark?
was literally in scams they used to mark people with
Yeah.
chalk.
Ah.
That's why it's there, the mark.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
you learn something
wow.
every day.
Yeah.
That's special.
I'll
I
bring that to the wrestling
have
podcast.
been
if
a
we
wrestling fan for
do.
years and didn't know that. That's
Is there someone in
fascinating.
wrestling called the Mark?
A mark in wrestling is like someone who just cheers for the goodies and boos the bad. Like they do what they're told, basically. Like if someone's bad, they'll go, I don't like him, and then as soon as he turns good, they'll be like, I like him. Everybody who is new to wrestling is a mark. Like everybody who watches wrestling at first, and then they start to go like, oh, he's a bad guy, but he's good at wrestling, and so I like him. And then like they slowly become like a smart fan or a smark. But like at first, everybody is a mark. Everyone's just a simple, I'll do what they tell me.
Like I knew the phrase the Mark, like
From watching The Hustle.
on BBC Three.
Aye.
Oh, what a show! That was a great show. But even like at the poker table, you spot the mark, and then you try and
Or they fish.
try actually at the man. Like I knew that was a word, but I didn't understand where it came from. You mark someone, and then they come deck you and take your money. That's pretty cool. So we're the organised crime. Okay, what roles do we allocate ourselves? Okay, I'm putting a vote for myself. I don't want to do any punching. I don't.
Well, Michael would definitely be in the enforcer. I mean, look at him. I'd give you money.
You would be the marker. You're small enough and you're quick enough to just do it and that's it.
Yeah.
You'd definitely be that.
I can go, I'm small, please don't punch me.
Is there only 4 roles though? Like, I'm thinking
don't
right
know.
now that we'd need like a tech guy, and that'd be Robbie.
Yeah.
We'd need like someone, like we'd need the charmer, and that would definitely be you. Good looking, Irish accent, that'd be you. I did Muay Thai for years. I'd be the fight man. I'd have to be like I know how
You
to
two both
fight
could do
men,
that.
and
Yeah.
he
I
could
can
be
drive that motherfucker.
he's
The
the he's our
driver,
wheelman.
yeah.
Yeah, but like, aren't there more roles?
No.
No, don't be ridiculous.
That's your main ones. That's all.
That's
you
it.
need to
That's
do
the
off a
ones
job.
right there. Then we're sorted, right? Then we're sorted.
So I think that's the end of this.
Yeah, this is our only podcast. Goodbye.
Who would we rob first?
Who would we rob first?
We'd do surely we'd do a bit of like vigilante type stuff though. I wouldn't
That's a good word, Robbie.
I wouldn't.
No, see, I think you can do that. I'll sit and wank or something. That'll be okay.
Is that how you're gonna charm people?
Yeah.
Just wanking.
We should, and where we're from though, which by the way we should never mention on this podcast.
Okay.
Where we're from.
Oh, also our real names probably.
Yeah. I know
Well,
the
no,
names is
first
names
names
is fine.
fine.
Just don't do
First
so.
names, I will do second. Then they like
No, names is. I think names is fine. Like
Names
everyone
is
knows
worse
the
than where I
names
live.
of.
I know
Or combination.
all of the big YouTubers I watch. No one knows their second name. Like that's they just
Yeah.
it's not one guy. It's everyone I watch doesn't know their second name.
Oh,
Because if you have like imagine like 2 million people like
Yeah.
watching and like kind of just like following you on YouTube
Right.
and they find your name, like it's a common thing. The guy I watch on YouTube, people have found out his second name and subsequently his address and will just order pizza to his house as a joke. They will also send I was going to say the mafia, but they don't. They send SWAT team to his house,
Oh, okay.
which is really uncool.
Yeah.
So
right. Okay.
I mean,
So-
if we get if this really is very successful and we get like an office or whatever, then
We will.
yeah,
Because like everyone
because
knows.
then you've got a place, you've got an actual kind of setup.
You know,
and
like
it's a bit more professional.
Like Greg Miller is a very famous podcaster. He he's not
But
like
he's a journalist.
he's
first.
like and he's the IGN guy. You know what I mean? Like and all of them, like all of the IGN lads, their like Twitter handles are like Greg Miller and all
Yeah.
that. You know, like it's all
yeah,
all very
all the
professional.
Rooster Teeth guys are second name as well.
Yeah.
But, like I think the Rooster Teeth is just a massive company. Like it's
Yeah.
got like 50 people working for them now. That's a lot of folk.
Yeah, for what this is.
Yeah, and then IGN because it's more journalism. I think you need to like have your name more out there.
Yeah.
People need to know. Whereas I think we will kind of be more known as Marc at Victory Dance or whatever.
Yeah.
I also think it's like the guys I watch on YouTube, their thing is Call of Duty commentary, and the Call of Duty community is a bunch of
It's
13
lovely. It's a bunch of nice boys who are a really good market, and a lot of people. It is the most popular, and if we're going to talk about things that might lose us views, like how religion's wrong, and say words like Taig and Finian, the one thing we probably don't want to piss off is people that play Call of Duty. So they're all really nice.
No, but they're all fags. That's it. And that's just the cut. Like, a lot of them are fags. Like they'll be 13-year-old boys that will actually like, you know, the troll that actually do try and troll.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. What were we talking about? What were we just talking about?
The mafia.
Meeting note: Michael has left the room.
You don't need to do that.
But I didn't announce I am leaving the room. It's not on record. Okay, he could still be stuck here.
This isn't a meeting. We're not going to be taking minutes.
I mean, we've got the minutes for every single bit of the recording. So,
fuck. What were we just talking about? We were talking about
if we were a gang.
If we were a gang, what would we do first? Right. Well, you mentioned vigilanteism, but here where we live, there's not a lot of crime, from what I gather. Like, you know, like the news isn't full of
people are getting stabbed, deal.
Yeah. So it's very bad.
That's
up in
it.
Oh, sorry, Mark. Sorry. No, we do live in a utopia, and the bakers give out free bread.
Yeah, okay.
And
Right,
you know, we just got this microphone because they were giving them out to people if they needed them.
Yeah.
And we only got one because we were the only people that actually needed it, and we're honest to say we do need this.
Yeah, very good.
So we need to go. Somewhere where there is a lot of. Well, see, I'm gonna say we need to go to an area where there's lots of crime, but then that's sort of taking up our business.
Yeah. It's a lot of money. There's not a lot of money here.
Yeah.
Bleep. No.
No, I mean
Edinburgh would be good.
Didn't we just talk about not saying that?
why?
The D word.
Oh, location.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah. Okay.
Right. So, we'd go to Glasgow or Edinburgh.
Are you? What?
Yeah, wait, Michael. Bye, Michael.
Podcast note: Michael's going to be back in 5 minutes.
That's so lame. So we go to Edinburgh, and
So,
What
what
would
is
our gang
happening
name
right
be?
now is he's off to have sex.
then yeah, that's pretty much the upside of it all.
Final podcast note. Taking podcast notes is rubbish.
So we'll get Robbie with a telescope and we'll put him on top of Edinburgh Castle, okay?
Right.
And we'll just let him look down at all the wee minions, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to go up and just like maybe like using it.
We should target women.
No, I'm thinking gay men, because gay men are very sort of.
Right. No. Right. Careful.
Unless it is nice, friendly.
Yeah, gay men are very nice, very friendly, and I think
They tend to like you, do they?
Well, I mean, I think women. Yeah, women or men. I don't know who has more money. Well, suppose all
Well,
gay,
men do generally have more money. That's a fact.
and
that's
what-
not sexist.
I suppose. I mean, they all sell
Right.
themselves as well. So
So we'll target men. What was that? I missed that.
After me saying that's a fact, it's not sexist, Mark goes, aye, and they all sell themselves, so
All the women.
all the
All
gay
the
men.
gay men.
Of course they do. How else are they going to make money?
No one employs kids anyway. It's 2014, so. So then,
Right. So we target men because, like, just factually, they make more money.
yeah.
We target gay ones so that Ma can woo them.
And then just
That's it.
I'll mark
Then
them.
question mark. Then profit.
Yeah.
We take his money and then we invest it in something.
Then we drive to somewhere. Mark beats somebody up.
Yeah.
Question mark.
Unless
profit.
things go badly, I'm not going to be needed.
But how,
I want to wear costumes.
how do we get so much money? How do we get
No,
a
but
gay
even
man's
if you're
money?
not beating them up, you're looking tough. You're sitting there.
I think you should do it in like
Scary.
sort of a Smokey the Bear costume and just see how that works out.
Smokey and the Bear. What?
Smokey the Bear.
Who's Smokey the Bear?
It's the bear, the big brown bear, right? I'm thinking of the same
No, I
one.
think so, yeah.
Yeah. and he's wearing like red he's like a red sort of ensemble down below, I think. And then am I thinking the right thing? He's the big bear, and he wears a red.
Right, we'll need to Google this. We'll need to Google it at some point.
Why not
That's
just
fine.
Winnie the Pooh?
Right.
He's a better known lovable bear character.
I think that our heists will go poorly if I am walking about in a red t-shirt with nothing on my bottom half.
Okay.
It will draw attention.
What are the Paddington Bear? How about Paddington Bear?
Right.
He's got a nice
What
coat.
about if, like, I meant more like a butler or a waiter, not a bear.
Oh, to blend into the background.
Yeah.
Oh no, but you need to be crowd control.
Costumes that'll help,
You need
like
to be
the doorman
really visual.
or, you know, like
You need to be really visual so that nobody messes because
a
they're
street
intimidated.
performer.
People are clowns. People are intimidated by clowns.
Right.
You could be a clown.
No, but wait. Someone rings 999 and goes, "I've been
Paddington
robbed.
Bear's
I've been robbed
robbing me."
By
by
Paddington
who?
Bear.
By Paddington Bear." It won't take the police long to find a man who's wearing Paddington
No, but they
Bear
won't even believe him. That's fine.
No, of course they would. They would.
Everybody
The police would
can,
have
yeah.
to take that seriously.
Yeah. So, like, what about just like your normal clothes and you just go
Yeah,
and,
exactly,
like,
yeah.
But are you beating them up though? Is that like? Are you
Well,
just
is that how we're getting the money? I figured if we're
I thought we were
doing
going to be a bit clever.
if we're
about it.
doing men because they've got more money and gay men so you can woo them, I figured you'd just suck the money out of them.
Yeah, that could probably work as well.
Like
I suppose, no, but like, see,
and everyone else can just
but-
profit.
if I'm sucking them off to get money, that makes me a gigolo, and that is not.
Well done. That's pretty much what we're saying.
That's not the line.
and we're no longer doing crime. We're just
prostituting you.
prostituting you out.
Which is crime, but not like organised.
Well, I mean, it's still kind of organised, but not.
Okay.
But organised by the client and the pimp. That's what I'll be. I'll be the pimp.
You'll be Mac's pimp.
Oh, right.
And he's your he's your chauffeur.
Michael.
Aye.
Michael's the chauffeur.
Well,
right, okay. You're still the tech guy.
Thank you. For your website.
It's a unique experience where the clients come to get banged by Matt and have their computer fixed. It's like-
That would work well. Who needs their computer fixed more than people that spend a lot of time on their computer?
Yeah.
And who needs to get banged?
People who spend a lot of time on their
Oh,
computer.
I thought you were going down the road of gay men spend a lot of time on their computer because it's gay men that are child paedophiles.
What? No? We're talking about.
That's a large leap.
Yeah, that was your first thought. Is
Are you gonna manage being a bit more kind of?
So I can't say this thing to the internet.
I mean, you
We'll
can.
see how it goes.
Yes, I mean, all we'll get is a cease and desist, and then we'll stop doing this.
We'll name ourselves Dance of Victory
Yeah.
and come out.
And come out with like
all
pretend
put on.
voices on.
Yeah. Hello.
But I mean, in all
God.
seriousness, no, I think it will take a bit of time to say, like, to not say things.
Yeah.
A lot of our humour, and I think especially my humour, is things that maybe are a little bit
Crude.
illegal.
Like a lot of people have that humour, and a lot of people like it, and I think that's what we want.
Yeah.
We just need to.
Ease
we
into
need
it.
to. Not. I mean,
But YouTube
yeah.
don't want that on their service, though.
Well,
But you can put a warning like
You can put a warning on, and that's fine. Like, there's loads of filth on YouTube.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, we need to find the line,
Uh-huh.
and then just toe that line forever.
Yeah.
Like that needs to. That's our.
I think the
Modus
line currently
operandi.
is just the N-bomb. That is currently what we can say right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
think-
mean, claiming all gay men are paedophiles, that's pretty up there as well.
Is it?
That's,
See, the thing
that's
is, like,
really pretty bad.
I think the thing is, we're allowed to say, you know, oh, women are bad drivers, ha ha ha, but we can't go, women are bad drivers, moving on. Like, that's the difference. Like, I could be wrong, but like, as long as it's made clear that
Yeah.
we're just having a lull,
Yeah.
then it should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, since Michael's just come back, since you've left the room, it's gone from us being the mafia, you know, you're the driver, and such.
Yeah.
It's now that we're going to pimp Matt out to gay men. And
Marc's
we're
the pimp.
I'm the pimp, you're the chauffeur, Matt is the
Gigolo.
the meat, and our thing's going to be that makes us money. It's a place.
Our unique
Nerds come.
selling point.
Our unique selling point. Our USP
I like
is we're gonna have people come to get banged and get their computer repaired.
By Robbie.
So Robbie's gonna fix their computer.
We're appealing to a very niche market.
No, I see nerds.
But so does like
There's so many nerds on the internet who have computers that they want repaired, and they also want sex.
But by women.
But that
they're desperate.
it's 2014. They'll take anything they can get.
That's true.
Men, women, cartoon horses, you name it. People want it nowadays, and you're a handsome man.
Yeah.
You are the face. If we were the A-team, you would be face. And so, I mean, this is our. We just need a name. We need a name that encompasses
Repairing
gay,
computers.
prostitution, and computer repair. What's a famous computer repair place?
Is there one? Google.
Google. No,
That's what everyone uses.
What's
to
the name
repair
of the
their
one
computers.
around here?
Just Google it.
3000 RPM.
There's a one around here called 3000 RPM. It could be
They can find us from that, Mark.
Ah!
They know.
3000
Cox.
Cox PM. Yeah, we've done it.
Well
It's
done.
witty, it's clever. Perfect. 3000 Cox PM.
Maybe they think that's a time then, though. Maybe.
Wait, when will I meet
PH,
you?
so per hump. 3,000 Cox per hump.
Hump. Who says hump?
You're gonna get humped. What do you think that comes from?
Oh
Head.
my god. Right, so anyway.
So, I think out of the two options, sort of mafia and prostitution, I think there's more scope for prostitution. I think because
Should we take a vote?
we can only do so much. Like we only have so much resources. Like I can't do very much. I mean, we only beat up so many men before we get beat up ourselves.
Yeah.
But I think if I'm just constantly sucking knob,
Like, jail is my worst fear.
yeah.
Not jail, prison. So, like, anything that involves doing something illegal, I don't want to do.
Okay.
So, I've got a plan.
So film it
Right.
and then it's not illegal.
Yeah.
So, I reckon what we should do is we all find our, like, chosen, like, thing, you know, like, persuading people to do it, like, you know, being suave for you, Matt, and you being the tech guy, Robbie, and I'll be the muscle. And what we should all go and do is find, like, a legitimate, like, way to get a degree in that.
Okay.
I'll go and, you know, become a black belt. You do computer science or whatever.
Yep.
You go and learn to. I mean, what degree would
Be a
best sum up?
professional pickup
I
artist.
could go to college and do a name course, something like.
But something cool. Music.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
music.
Acting.
Yeah. Okay, and then we all go and like do jobs for like a living and
just
make
call
money
ourselves
that
the
way.
mafia.
And then that way we're doing all our roles and no
But
one's gonna get raped in
Wear
prison.
dark glasses and have suits on all the time.
Yeah.
And talk in like Italian American accent.
Yeah.
Hey Mark, give me the money. What? No, that's not what they
Yep.
say. What did they say?
What is happening? What is happening? So this has broken down.
So me and my friend we had a debate a few weeks ago.
Moving on.
I think I had a stroke.
He said to me, because he's got a job and he's my age, he had to buy a suit. And I said to him, all men that wear a suit and carry a briefcase are paedophiles. Disgusting.
Right, well,
Suits are cool.
the full discussion there is you're wrong.
Yeah.
I disagree. Here's why. Have you ever seen a court live stream or something like that, or on TV?
I think I know where you're doing this.
a
with
YouTube-
this, and this is genius.
So
A YouTube
every
live stream
paedophile
of
you
the
have ever
Magistrates
seen,
Court.
every paedophile you have ever seen has worn a suit and subsequently a briefcase.
On that old Chris, what is
Chris
it?
Hansen.
Catching
Chris
a
Hansen.
Predator.
Doing an NBC.
None of them wear suits and have a briefcase.
See now, one of
To
them
catch a predator is unfair because
that's set up.
the current. I mean, if it's to catch a predator, I guess the girl would be the mouse, the bait. To catch what's the other one of predator? There's like the predator
Prey.
and the prey. The prey they use is hot as fuck.
No,
And
but
I don't think that's fair.
You should. Okay. Yeah.
See, whenever you said I think I know where you're going with this, and it's genius. What were you going to say? 'Cause
Is
I
it
feel I didn't
that
say it.
every single time you see a paedophile,
They're in court.
they're in, like, it's always in court.
Yeah.
You don't see them out in the wild.
Yeah.
And
And
you have
every
to wear
single
a suit in
time
court.
you see them in court,
We've got
they're
to
wearing
see-
a suit.
Yeah, that's the first thing that I said.
That's genius.
Yeah. So
We should ban them because that's the cause of most crimes. That and those yellow jumpsuits you see. They're awful for... There's massive correlation between... and therefore causation between them and crime.
have you probably ever met a man that has carried a briefcase and is wearing a suit that isn't a paedophile?
Aye,
Well,
but
that's
it was
the thing.
my dad, so I don't really want
you
to
just
say
don't
that.
know. You just don't know, do
Just
you?
don't know.
That's the danger.
I don't know, I was a pretty cute kid. I think if out of all...
Are you suggesting you're
Oh, wow!
No, I'm saying...
He's saying the opposite.
Yeah,
He's saying that if his dad was even remotely a paedophile, he just couldn't have resisted.
Exactly.
Wow.
I mean, something went wrong during puberty and I turned ugly.
Welcome to the first and the last episode of the Victory Dance podcast. We've been not in jail. Goodbye. There definitely wasn't a cut there while we did or didn't discuss if this was too racist to put on YouTube. But you are hearing this, so you know how that went.
Yeah.
I'm going to suggest that what we do right now is say that because no one's going to watch this, right, that if anyone comments on this with a topic of discussion for next week, I will come to their house and give them money. Okay? I'm calling it right now. If somebody finds this podcast, listens to it all the way through, enjoys it enough to want to listen next week, and then posts a topic of discussion, I will go and find them, shake their hand, and give them like a $5 and like a pat on the back, maybe a donut.
That is just you though, because I really don't.
That's
because
fine.
if we do ever become remotely viewed, they'll go back to the first video.
No, within the next
listen
week.
to it. Okay.
1 week from whenever we post this is the deadline.
Like that is whilst I was thinking, oh Mark, you're fucked if someone does that, but like I don't think anyone's going to.
No, but like that's the thing. Like person listening, if you are listening to this right now in the next week, do it. Go, like do this, and I'll do it. I'll hold myself to it.
Because we're currently in minute 42, so we've got to like assume
I know
someone's enjoyed
someone has got this far, and if they have, they deserve it.
It's going to be really unlucky if he's just skipping through it, going, "Oh, this is a bit shit."
Oh, what was that? I'll come around your house.
And like he hits play just a bit where if someone is still listening to this and he goes, all right, what was it? Come back, yeah, let's see that.
That's a pretty good idea.
Okay, I'll do that.
I think you're pretty safe.
On the one condition, they have to like share our video on their Facebook. They have to share this
How
on their
are you not going
Facebook.
to know that? Though?
Get exposure.
How are you going to know that?
I don't know.
I was looking into it today. There is actually a tracing feature that shows you where it's been watched.
But that's the Google Plus.
Oh, that's fine. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, just don't
There
be a
you
dick,
go.
share it with your pals.
Don't be a dick. Share our podcast. Be sound. Don't be a dick. Share our podcast, and then I will come and give you money.
So have we concluded with the fact that all suit wearing, briefcase wielding men are
Not, in fact, paedophiles.
Oh, are paedophiles?
Oh, they are, right, okay, sorry, right, okay.
So can
If you currently have a suit and a briefcase, go directly to jail.
don't pass go.
It's going to be like £200.
Yeah, I mean, so I think I wanted to talk about you. This is not. I won't know a lot about it, but Mark will. The Colbert Show did a racism.
No, right.
No, I know. That's
I
like-
want to talk about this
They
as well.
didn't, and there was. I saw something on Reddit. It was the Venn diagram of people that were offended by the Colbert Show. In one circle, it was folk that get offended easy, and the other circle, it was people that don't understand satire.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah, it was
what
good.
happened was, Stephen Colbert...
It wasn't. It's not even his controlled. It's the studio controlled one. So it wasn't even him that put it out. It's like
It was a
A
studio.
de-
But
channel,
it was a
Yeah.
joke on...
But he's
what
got
happened
one,
was,
so.
the Redskins, the team the Redskins
Yeah.
in America, that's quite a famous name.
Yeah.
The Redskins. I'm pretty sure it comes from skinning the like native Indians.
Yeah.
Redskins. I think that's where it comes, like the origin of that word is from like...
and like their mascot is and their like emblem is a Native American.
But it's a very traditional American thing, right? Like the American.
Yeah, but like people, with the year it is, people want that changed. There's talk of like making that less offensive, because it is offensive. We don't really think about it, but like it is.
It's
it is
like
quite
if
offensive.
you had a team and
called Liverpool White Men.
No,
Yeah.
no,
It would be if you had a team called the Liverpool Black
Yellow Men.
Or Yellow Men.
Wait,
Because
but isn't the Redskins? Isn't that they were called the Redskins because it was the native white American boys killing animals?
No, because Native Americans aren't white people. They're different.
Hold the phone.
Native American. Do you know, like? I mean, come on, this is unreal.
story
Right?
of
You know
America.
this. You know the stereotype of like feathers in their cap and
Cowboys
you know,
and Indians.
Cowboys
Yeah.
and Indians. You know the Indians from Cowboys and Indians.
They're not from India.
They
They're
are
from
they are
America.
Native Americans. That's Native Americans.
So they just
and they
like
all
America.
lived in America. They were the only people that had America. And then the white man cometh, and they took over all the land and let them have casinos, and that was it.
Yeah.
But so that was why it was called.
The simplest explanation ever.
I just summed up like a however many year war. But that's like that was
Was.
it. So they want that name changed.
Okay, I understand
And
that. Yeah.
the like manager of the team like did something that was like it was really really unnice, but he wanted it to seem nice. Like he was like, we'll call them the Red Faces instead of the Red Skins. Like it was something that was like really still racist,
Yeah.
but he was trying to portray it as like unracist. So Colbert did a joke where he was like just like a very similar joke. Like he did like, you know, rather than saying that Rosa Parks should have sat at the back of the bus, we should say she shouldn't be on the bus at all or something. Just like
It was something to do with like a Chinese chiropractor.
It was the Ching Chong.
that was
The
it.
Ching
Yes,
Chong
he's got like a
massage
running
parlor.
character called like Ching Chong Ding Dong, where he does
Yeah.
like an impression of Chinese people. That was it. Yeah, that's it. Where he does like a really racist impression. So what he was doing was he was saying that guy now runs a fund to make money for Asian people, but it was called like the Fund for Asian People or whatever, and it
Asian
was like
mats.
it was purposefully the exact same as that guy's.
Yeah.
Because that's
then,
what
like,
satire is. It's
But then the
having a ridiculous statement to show how to compare it to showing how ridiculous the other statement is.
Yeah.
But then the Comedy Central like Twitter posted his joke without any reference to the
Context,
original
yeah,
character
yeah.
or reference to the actual like news story. So it just actually looked racist as fuck. And then it started like Fox and loads of other like 24-hour news networks started
there
like
was this lassie that is a self-proclaimed activist, which is called what's called a Twitter activist.
Yeah.
So all she does is post stuff on Twitter, and because I saw an interview with her, and they were like, do you understand that it's satire, right? And she's like, I understand what satire is, but that's racist. And
She's right. It was racist, but that's not anyone's. That's not Colbert's
But it
fault.
is
That's the
satire.
fault of whoever was in charge of the Twitter posting the joke totally out of context.
yeah.
And then there was the whole cancel Colbert hashtag, which took
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, she
which is
started
ridiculous.
that, and
That's
then
what
like
she said, yeah.
places like all the, like Colbert's very left wing, but he like pretends to be right wing.
Yeah.
So all the like right wing leaning things like Fox and that sort of got on board and were like, yeah, cancel Colbert, and then he just like ripped them a new one on one of his episodes, and then that ended that. Like it was just really silly. It was really stupid.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like the lassie that started it came across as a pretty stupid on the interview, because she was saying that like it was racist, but then later on in the interview was telling the interviewer that he didn't have an opinion because he was a white man, and like, well, that is racist. I mean, like,
So you're saying here that some girl
Unless-
whose job, who self-proclaimed Twitter activist is actually just doing something for attention. I'm not buying it. It doesn't sound right. No, not buying it for 1 second.
The Daily Mail has one of them over here. Katie Hopkins. Her job was to just be controversial, and she talks to big people of shit in the world. Like, she said she went on a breakfast morning show or morning breakfast show to talk about something, and the thing she talked about was, I think people that have people's names
oh yeah, I saw this.
based on locations shows a lack of intelligence. So names like India or Paris or whatever, and it turns out her child's name is India. So I mean that's pretty.
Oh
fun.
yeah, she didn't use it. It was like based on locations and objects.
Yeah, locations and objects.
And it was like Brooklyn. You don't want to be in the playground and somebody's shouting Brooklyn, or those kind of names.
I've never heard of this girl.
She's a total idiot.
She's a retard.
But like,
and then they were like, oh, but like your child's name is India, and she just went, oh no, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what?
But it's a bit like people just don't get it. Like she wants attention, so folk going on Twitter and garning about her is exactly what she's paid to do.
Yeah.
You're just like, stoking the fire by doing that. If she says something ridiculous and nobody give a shit, that would be her doing bad.
The American version of her is a woman called Nancy Grace, who just goes on TV and makes stuff up.
Yeah.
And then she gets what's the word I'm looking for? Attention from the side that agree with her, going, yeah, this is right, and then attention from the side that disagree with her, going, this woman is an idiot, and she's just getting what she wants from both sides.
Both sides.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Aye.
It's kind of the same with that guy, the Phelps, the boy
Michael Phelps?
head of the Westbrook Baptist Church.
Fred Phelps.
Fred Phelps.
No, they genuinely believe it.
Yeah, but people, I'm actually not sure if they did or not, but we talked about this.
Oh, when he died,
people going to picket his funeral would be exactly what they want. It's exactly what they want.
I don't know because I think they genuinely didn't want his funeral picketed. They genuinely didn't want it. But like people doing it would prove their part. Like it would make people who disagree with them know better than them.
Yeah.
Stupid to that level.
That's why that amazing picture that was on Reddit of like
We're sorry for your
doing
loss.
their, like, and there someone was just on the other side with a wee sign that said "We're sorry for your loss." Like that is nice. Like I think like killing them with kindness is better than just lowering yourself to their level.
Yeah.
And like that's a perfect thing as well. We're sorry for your loss, because like that's just saying I'm sorry that he died. Like
it's not saying I agree with you or anything like that. Yeah.
But like,
I mean, like, and I'd imagine, although people will say, "Oh, they deserve to die," nobody really believes that. Like, they don't want them to die; they just prefer them to. You'd prefer them to shut up over that. I mean, like,
I hate you. I don't want you to die, but just be quiet. Yeah, that makes sense. I wonder if there will be like a new, like, you know how when the Pope dies, like black, like what is it? It's like black smoke's always coming out of the Vatican chimney,
and then it changes to white.
It changes to white smoke. I like to think that above the house, that the Westboro, above the actual Westboro Baptist Church, there's just like white smoke, and then like when they choose one, it's just whiter smoke.
Good one, Mark.
I hate you, and this is awesome.
Oh, that was very smooth a transition. Okay.
this is
No one will notice that cut. We're sorted. It's
What
fine.
cut? The cut on my finger.
Right, stop.
So, what's going on in the world today?
Right.
Michael,
Korea
That's
been
two.
sorted?
That's two right now. No accents, no bad jokes. That's you banned. That's two bans already.
Why no accents? When did that come in?
Were you here about half an hour ago when you tried to do an Italian accent?
Yeah, you didn't tell me not to do it. Hey, I pulled off the Scouser one really well. I couldn't remember what chicken. I couldn't remember what is it? This forget about it. That was what I was looking for. But instead,
Forget about it.
but instead it came out as
Would you rather?
Right, we're on our would you rather of the week. Right, go on.
It's not really that good, but would you rather have 32 ducks following you at all times, or have arms of length 4 meters?
So you've basically posed a question. Would you rather this really cool thing happen or this mildly irritating thing happen?
No. Think it like none of these have an upside.
See, I think they do.
Ducks are adorable.
I know, but you'll never get to sleep. You'd have to find
Why
place
not?
for them in the labs in the uni.
They're gonna sleep.
No, like
Ducks sleep.
think about it. Really think about this. If we're gonna do this, we have to take it seriously.
No.
They are both very bad.
And you haven't presented a downside for the ducks.
I'll give you some. Okay,
Right.
shit and piss themselves
Everywhere. You'd never
You
get
just
any
put-
peace.
you just
When
put
you
some
took
cocks
when
down.
you went out
Quack, quack,
You
all
could-
the
Don't quack
time.
that much.
right.
I'll do. I'll be their dumb.
As a single man, you want to go out and find a nice lady.
Ladies love ducks.
That would be a really good talking point.
Wait for
Why
it.
have you got some ducks following you?
But-
Because they're adorable.
But
So they are.
you go, I'm going to go to the pub like any normal man to meet a
Yeah,
girl.
come
on.
No, you can't get in. You want to go to Da nightclub and the bouncer's like, sorry ducks, no bare feet. You don't have any nice
Well, then
jeans
you
on.
just tell them they don't have bare feet, they've got duck feet.
But then you're not getting in because the ducks aren't dressed properly and you're not getting in with ducks following you. So you're sent home. Say you meet a girl in the park and she's like, oh fucking duck, I love the oh, it's so cute, and you're like, yeah, okay, therefore by proxy, so man, let's go and have sex. And then you get her back. She is not going to want to have sex with you while, how many? 32 ducks quack in the same room. That's not going to happen.
Is it like a radius that I can't get away from them?
It's okay.
Or-
I mean, I think that's completely missing the point, Robbie. I mean, you'll have 32 ducks in and around you at all
No,
times.
but like I can just put them in the living room and then
No.
No, they have to be with you.
Same
They have
with
to be
you.
with you.
Like,
If you
even
kill
hide them
one-
in the cupboard for a wee bit.
No, if you kill one, another one just comes out of nowhere.
If you kill one another, two appear.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
how
go
you
with that.
ended up with 36.
See, if you
I'd take the arms because because you'd look like a freak. Like
Well, also think about it, right? If you only have one bend, if it only bent there and came then another 2 meters, you wouldn't be able to scratch your face or anything.
wait, so what did you say? 4 meters.
4 meter arms.
What are arms now? Arms are maybe like 2.5. No. Oh
No.
wait, 4 meters, not
Yeah.
4 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, no. The ducks.
That's
the
less
ducks.
than a meter.
4 meters is probably about here to the wall.
No,
maybe.
it's
No,
more than that.
it's more than that.
Yeah.
It's maybe the size of the room.
Yeah.
Mark,
Yeah.
a metre and a half is 6 foot.
This is Rachel, Michael's friend,
Who's
who
licking his balls?
is girl.
So-
a meter.
So what height-
a meter and a half is 4 foot.
6
Is that what you
foot.
just said? 6
6.
What height
foot
are you?
I'm 6'3".
Okay,
So
so
it's-
one of your arms isn't even a meter.
Is 2.5 of your whole height.
That's pretty cool though. Like
No, it's not. No, it isn't.
You wouldn't be
join the
able
circus?
to wank. You could join the you could join a circus with all the ducks following you about.
what would your act be, duck man? I mean,
There's
that
loads
doesn't.
of ducks following that clown about. That's
That would be
hilarious.
shit, Rob. But that would be shit. But if you're a freak with like 12-foot arms, or
You're not even allowed to join freak shows anymore. You
I know,
have to
that's
be in
banned.
here or something.
no,
You've got to think, right? You've got to think realistically. It depends what you want from life. If you want to live a normal life, you take the arms because what's that word for like when they have to hire a certain amount of like
Oh,
disabled-
discrimination.
Yeah, like the hiring like discrimination policy. If you go in and go like, I'm not very good for this job, but I've got 4 meter arms, they'll have to take
Shit,
it.
we don't have one of them.
Yeah, we don't have one of those on the like tick list. So, but the ducks are going to hinder every moment of your life. Like they are going to follow you forever.
But
although, right, that's the thing is, if you had 4 meter arms, no, the ducks are better. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. If you had 4 meter arms, you would have to have a special shower built.
You'd have to have a special shower person. You wouldn't be able to clean yourself.
Yeah, you would, because your arms now, regardless of length, get to you. So if they were like 1,000,000 miles long,
Okay,
they'd
yeah.
still get to you.
But your house would have to be massive.
Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. If you had
Imagine,
4
like-
meter arms, you need to have. Can you imagine how hard it would be to put a vest on?
or even I was thinking stuff like sitting at the dinner table, and you know people like to say, you know,
Elbows. Everybody
Elbows,
hates
yeah,
elbows at the
elbows.
dinner table. Christmas dinner would
And
be
you're
a
just like,
nightmare.
sorry.
You'd be in
boys.
you'd be outside, just putting your hands through the window.
here's why ducks are better.
Ducks are better because you wouldn't have to build a new house.
Yeah, and also just solve world hunger. Just go up for like a stroll.
That is-
Oh wow!
You've become so rich.
Yeah,
You're selling
exactly.
ducks
You've
to
got
everyone.
an infinite
Amount of
supply of food.
Mind our mallet. What type of ducks are they?
Alright,
Oh, Robbie, don't Robbie this.
We don't eat. You only eat mallard ducks. You don't. The ducks that you get at the pond, you don't eat them.
If any of you are
They might
still
be
listening,
disgusting.
this is Robbie.
You get bird flu.
Bleep your surname.
Okay.
it doesn't matter, Robert. Okay,
Ducks. Ducks. It's
Right,
ducks.
Okay,
It's
let's-
just
I'll
ducks.
make it like it's the ducks you see in the park, but the inside of them is like crispy aromatic duck, and each duck comes.
Like like as soon as you kill them, cooked, delicious, bit of hoisin sauce.
Each duck comes with a side of hoisin sauce.
Right,
And
then
it's
the
like
other
a
one.
little cute backpack.
No, they've got a vest on, Robbie, and they're just
Okay.
like it's like a little. It's like a vest sort of thing, and then they've got like a little.
Then the arms need an upside as well. You have got 4-meter arms, but with them
You get a
have
house that fits you.
No, with them you have the greatest wanks that are possible on
No,
earth.
okay, he'll take us all back to the ducks don't come with crispy aromatic.
Right, okay.
Here's why ducks are good. You solve world hunger. You go on a walk from, let's say, Palestine to Lesotho, and then anyone that comes along just takes a duck if they're hungry. And then you solve world hunger, and you're a very rich man. Why are you a rich man? Because the BBC want to talk to you because you're the man walking Africa.
You're also selling ducks. You'd sell the ducks. You'd
Oh, you
monetize the
wouldn't give
ducks.
them where you sell them. Yeah,
Yeah.
Not really
obviously.
cheap. So like you can be like, oh, I'm selling them at bare minimum,
Yeah, you
barely
sell
getting
them
any
cheap.
profit. Little do they know they're magical ducks.
Yeah,
You don't have any overheads.
yeah. The problem with that is people who actually sell duck would be pretty pissed off at you.
If you had limited supply of ducks.
Yeah, you'd ruin the duck market.
But I think that, like, if I had 32 ducks following me, the least of my problems would be, oh, how's the duck trade going these days? Like, I wouldn't
But
really
that's
give a
fine
shit.
because they've got food. What else do you need
Yeah.
apart from food? You're raising of the whole world. You're raising the general happiness up.
Yeah, right, okay, yeah, ducks then.
Ducks.
And this one, right, let's
A
conclude.
utilitarian
Ducks.
solution.
Ducks are better than... I get the feeling going on,
4 meter
we are
arms.
not going to agree so much on the what is better. But in this case,
Yeah.
ducks is better than 4-meter arms.
Yes.
I mean, with the occasional condition on the ducks, I think I'd just take the ducks for free.
Yeah, I think I would.
Should we, at now over an hour, conclude our casting experience at 1 hour?
I think it's good. It's good entertainment. I think we just keep
this is
going.
good. Well, no, an hour each week sounds is a nice, like...
I watch a podcast that's 4 hours a week.
What is that?
Takes me the whole week. It'll take you the whole week to watch.
What is it?
Painkiller already. Just
Never
4 weeks
Never
long.
heard of it.
Just
4 weeks long.
4 hours long. Which takes you a whole week to watch it.
So should we say, like...
I mean, we can extend it next week,
Yeah,
whatever.
but this has been
We're
a
just
good
gonna be
test.
talking anyway.
I did not
No.
expect to enjoy this as much as I did, and thus want to put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
So let's say an hour. If any of you are still here, then well done.
Thank you.
And we'll do another one next week. Yeah.
Bye!
See ya.
Boom, da, 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 da,
And then a
da.
theme tune that is.
Victory Dance Podcast!
Right, turn it off.